Sara Hsu is an assistant professor of economics at the State University of New York. She joins us now live. So Sara, the demand for rice in China has held pretty steady in recent years. So why does China want to import rice from the United States?
Right, so China's demand for quality rice is increasing. And in order to meet that demand, China would like to import rice from the United States, which markets its rice to China based on quality standards. And so this appeals to people who are changing their taste. In addition, China's supply is experiencing challenges in terms of an aging population in rural areas that is less likely to be able to farm as easily, as well as deteriorating soil quality and environmental pollution. So China's supply may be challenged. And in order to meet the ongoing relatively high supply, China has to find new sources.
I want to throw some numbers at you. So we mentioned demand for rice remaining steady in China. Another thing that is remaining steady is the global price of rice. Back in 2011, the global average price for rice was $242 per ton. And today, it's down slightly to $210 per ton. So rice remains the second most popular cereal crop. How important is it to the economies of Asian countries?
Well, it's quite important to the economies of Asian countries, and especially for China, which produces a lot of its own rice. China also subsidizes its rice and other grain sectors, and these are really important sources of income to farmers who are employed in the farming sector, which takes up about 40% of labor employment in China.
Every year China consumes just under 1/3 of all the rice in the world. From the U.S. perspective, how big of a deal is it that it can finally sell rice to China again?
So it's a good thing for U.S. rice farmers. A lot of the rice farmers have found increasing competition from other countries and fewer outlets for their exports. American farmers, especially in the South, are in particular excited to export their supply to China, particularly since the United States has relatively low demand in comparison to other Asian nations.
So going forward, how important will these rice imports be to China, not just from China, but from around the region and the world?
So they're really important. China's middle class is expanding and is changing. It was mentioned earlier that people are demanding higher levels of organic rice as well as higher quality rice. So this is going to be especially important for the U.S., which meets higher quality standards.
All right, Sara Hsu, thanks again. We appreciate you joining us.